Welcome to Just the Two of Us Homestead. We are Colleen and Frank, and we live in the perfect size homestead just for us in southwestern Quebec. Gardening, growing food, and preserving is one of our passions. And our barn animals, we love them so much, they're just like pets. And we're so fortunate to be able to live our lives as we do. Each and every day is a blessing. Hi, everybody. I don't even know where to begin. It's been so long, I'm out of practice. But I do know the very first thing I want to say is thank you so much to all of you for reaching out, for sending your thoughts and prayers and checking in on me and all of that. You guys are just amazing. I have never felt so much, love, thoughtfulness from like people you really don't know. I've been overwhelmed with the kindness from you all, and I appreciate it so much because when you're really sick and when you can't go out and you can't socialize and you lose friends and family along the way, it's nice to have you guys there because you tend to lose people in your journey of illness. So there's a few things I want to talk about. I'm shaking, I'm sorry. Um, and my mind's going to be scattered all over the place. And that's part of the problem is that ever since I had the 2 strokes in November and December, I thought it was just temporary. I thought maybe I was just getting old, but I have noticed a decline in some cognitive things in my head. And I even noticed the last few cooking videos I've done with you guys and that, on even just doing them on my own, alone, I'm always making mistakes or forgetting things. And it's happening a lot and it's happening frequently. And see, I just keep losing my train of thought. I'm sorry. So the past, since the beginning of March, end of February, I still have a whole video, like a whole week's worth of the pantry challenge to edit and put out. But because I've had migraines so bad, the editing is the worst thing. I can't use my eyes. I get ocular migraines and I literally cannot use my eyes for anything. So I went to my neurologist at the end of February, and she usually gives me these nerve blocks. And the last few times they worked like a charm. Well, she kind of screwed up giving them to me this time, and they didn't work at all. So pretty much since the beginning of March, I have had debilitating migraines. The past week hasn't been too bad, but it's been awful. And like I said, because they're literally behind and in my eyes, I can't do anything. I can't read. I can't go on any devices. I can't do anything because the minute I have to focus with my eyes, it's unbearable. So that was part of it. And then usually in my case with fibro, if there's something particularly wrong, that will be dominant, and then I don't feel the other pain. So let's say if I have a migraine, my body pains will subside. Well, this time it didn't. So I had the fibro full force and my migraines. So the past, what is it now? May 1st. So the past 2 months have been pretty bad. And that's another reason why I haven't made videos because, first of all, I wasn't up to it. Secondly, I feel I've come on here way too many times and I feel like I'm just complaining and moaning and nobody needs really to hear that. And I always know that there's somebody else out there with things far worse than I have, and I try and be grateful with what I have and not to complain to you guys, but to me it's more of an explanation than a complaint. But if I came on in any other time, it would just to come on to tell you how sick I am, and that's not what I want to do. So this past week has been a little bit better. But I'm also sitting here with all my starts, and that's the other thing is I know that I'm that sick because for the very first time in my life, not only am I not looking forward to gardening, I'm almost dreading it. And that scares me because I have lived for gardening since I'm like 12 years old. And I've made myself do all my starts, and they're all coming along nicely. And Frank is working so hard. He's transforming the whole garden as much as we can swing it financially. He's putting in all raised beds to make it easier for me. But, he's one person, he's older, he has his own body issues, so I don't know how far we'll get, and it's very expensive. But he's out there working every day and will plant as far as he gets with the boxes, I guess is what we'll do. But, with the cost of food and everything, I like to garden as much as I can to preserve the food. But the point of that is that it scares me that I don't have the anticipation, the joy, the looking forward to that I have every year for gardening. I had to force myself to start seeds this year, and it's been more of a chore than a joy. So then the other thing is I don't know what to do about YouTube. I love doing it, and I love doing it with you guys. So many of you have become, or all of you have become friends, have, close friends. I know you all by name, and I enjoy your comments, and it's a lovely, lovely community. But I've been doing this for over 2 years, and I never expected this to be, anything grand. I promise you that. I have very low expectations. But I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I had to write it down because then I'll forget. I have 166 videos, and I'm going to put it on the screen so you can see I'm not making the number up. There's a section on like the behind the scenes YouTube thing that tells you the dollar amount that I've made. I have made $972 in 2.5 years, which works out to $5.85 a video. And that doesn't include the microphones that I bought, the tripods that I've bought. So, and if I was probably a healthier person and it wasn't as difficult for me to do like the outdoor gardening videos and stuff like that, because it takes a very long time to always reposition the camera to get the right angle. I'm, like a bull in a china shop trying to get things done right. And basically, I'm working for, if I'm lucky, $6 a video. And it's a lot of work, and it almost seems for naught other than for your friendship and maybe the slight entertainment you get from it. So I don't know. I definitely know I will not be doing weekly videos for now. Usually from like May till October, I've always done 2 videos a week, and that's just definitely not going to happen right now. And I find there's not really an interest in certain videos that I do, even through the summer, like just to show you um, garden updates and that. They never do very well. So I'm not going to kill myself to do them anymore. So either I'm just going to do 1 video a week, maybe one every 2 weeks, just to give you updates that way or show you things of significance. Or I may not do it at all. Maybe I'll switch to doing a completely chronic illness channel where I can truly document my life as a homesteader, as just a woman my age living with a chronic illness that is slowly, rapidly, actually declining on a daily basis. Maybe that will appeal to more people who want to see something more specific because the homestead market is saturated on YouTube. I've just, I'm putting on my strong mask face right now. But guys, I have been so weak and so ill. And the other thing is, I know several of you have fibro. Lately, most people with fibro, I'd say probably 90% of them, have chronic fatigue syndrome with it. It kind of goes hand in hand. I am struggling with the chronic fatigue so badly now. If I'm not in pain, it's the fatigue. It's something I can't even put into words. It just is so, like, from head to toe. I heard one doctor explain it to me. It would be like a regular person being awake day and night for a solid 3 days, plus wearing cement shoes. It's that exhausting. So it's just hard for me to get going to do anything. And Frank's really stepped up between doing things outside. He does a lot of things inside, and I just most of the time feel useless. So, anyway, if I think of anything else to update you on, I'll add it to this. But most of all, I've just been really, really feeling like crap. And I can't get over how kind you all are. Like I said, fibro is very, very lonely. I've lost most of my friends. And I guess if they were true friends, they'd still be here. But um, most family don't invite us anywhere anymore because I've canceled too many times. And to know that almost strangers on the other side of this camera think of me more than my own family and friends do, you guys don't know what that means to me. You're just all so kind, and your prayers mean so much, and your thoughts. And I know I'm repeating myself, but that's how much you all mean to me. So I really don't want to stop YouTube because I want to be with you guys so much. So it'll probably just have to be in smaller increments. And if anything exciting happens, I'll show it to you. But for sure, it's not going to be very regular because for almost $6 a video right now, it's not worth my trouble. So that's it for now. I'm sorry if I rambled. And I don't know. I guess we got to start hardening these guys up. Frank set up the little mini greenhouse for me. And that will be it for today. I've used up all my spoons for today already just doing this. So thank you, everybody. And I love you all. And until we are together soon, take care.